What'd you already do?
I browned the meat in butter with some garlic cloves and some, well, the onion was chopped. So just some chopped onion, but not much, because Grandma used to just cut onions up and put them in and then take them out.
And that's what you did with the garlic cloves, right? You put them in and then you took them out.
Right, and you take the garlic cloves out. And now I'm mixing up the ground meat with some breadcrumbs and
you said,
Parmesan.
How many pounds of ground meat do you have there?
I have 2 pounds of ground meat, but that makes a lot, so you might want to just make 1 pound.
And you said in the recipe 1 pound with a whole cup of breadcrumbs. Did you add that many breadcrumbs?
Yep.
You put a cup in?
Yep.
But you have 2 pounds of meat.
I know, but it's gonna, when I get it, the cheese in it and everything, I think it's gonna be moist enough.
Okay. So do you think you put 2 cups of breadcrumbs in there or just 1?
About a cup and a half maybe.
Okay.
I just do it by. The cheese really should be grated even finer than this.
Well, that's what I bought.
That's all right. That's all right. It'll mix in. After you've got the meat all browned, put some nutmeg in it and then mix it around.
All right, Ashlyn, we're going to make 2 more eggs worth of dough because we ran out. But I'm just going to make an extra 2 eggs worth because we didn't have enough dough. We got a little meat left. All right, so here, Mom.
About a cup of dough, a cup of flour to each egg?
No.
Not quite.
No.
So you had 8 eggs before.
Right. So this,
and you had about 6.
It's more like 3/4 cup, I think. So here's an egg. And where's my other egg? I have an egg.
It's back there. You just didn't go far enough.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. 2. All right, so I want to whip the eggs up a little bit. If you don't have this kind of a mixer, you can do it in any mixer, or you can do it in a food processor too. Okay, Grandma would have said a fistful per egg, so I figure a little more than a half cup. I watched her do it. She could get a lot in a fist. So there's 2. That's 1 cup and a little bit. Let's hope that goes all right.
That's a half cup? That looks like a cup.
It's a half.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So here's to show what is happening in the mixer. So I let it do this. It's looking pretty good.
Of course, you realize Grandma would have done this by making the flour mound around the outside and then breaking the eggs in the center and then pushing it all in and doing all that by hand.
Yep. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'll just bring it out and finish it off by hand. Here. It's professional level pasta making 101. All right, there it is. It's a little, if it's sad, it would turn a darker brown like what you saw earlier in the video, and it would smooth out. It would gather its texture together, I bet. But anyway, there's a little dough. Okay, should we go finish off our ravioli?
Turn it off. I don't know how to turn it.
Slab of dough. It's been in the fridge for a day, but you want to refrigerate it for at least an hour. And I'm going to cut off about, zoom in on the dough, sweetie, which means really you have to just come closer. That's a nice chunk to start with. See how nice and squishy and blended it is after it sits by itself for a while? So here is our Atlas pasta machine, hooked on the fridge. Come zoom in on the numbers.
Hooked on the table.
Hooked on the table, sorry. Okay, so we're starting on 1. Here we go, and look, I make the dough a long, skinny snake. And bring it through on 1. Then we're going to take it to 2. I'm laying it out. This is Mom's board. She's got 2.
You showed her about putting the meat in the refrigerator to stay too?
I think you said that when you were making the meat, but the meat's been in the fridge overnight. Not good for the dough to sit.
No, turn it over like that. Turn it over. show my hands. All right, it's out like this, and you take the meat, and you just make small little blobs of meat. Leave them about, not quite an inch apart, so that you have room to press it down. Come all the way down. And then you roll it over, press it down, each one, press it down, press down well. Stays nicely if the Karen made really good dough this time. Sometimes it's not as good as others. So you press down all the way, and then you press down between them two. Good idea to press down on the meat a little bit too to keep it from getting bubbles in the dough. Press down, and you cut the whole edge, because what you want is the little frilly edges. And you cut the other end. Alright, come down here, Sam. Okay. Pull that piece off. You can save that. And then you cut between each one.
You can make, with all the extras, you can make pasta dough.
That's right.
You can make pasta.
You can make pasta, that's right. And you just cut between them. Like this. Okay, and this is a little big. Grandma would like them a lot. Grandma likes them a lot smaller. But you take it like this. Put 2 fingers behind, thumbs on both sides, and then you pull it towards you around your middle finger, and then you seal it. That's a ravioli. If you want to serve it like a ravioli, you just do them like that. But if you're going to do a cappelletti, then you might make them a little bigger.
Yeah, but you didn't seal it if it was going to be a ravioli.
No, yeah, you'd have to seal it.
Squish, get all the air out.
Yeah, put some
Squish them closed.
You can make 3 nice size ones, okay?
Push your finger in. Bring the edges around. And press. That's a good one too.
This one in a little bit too.
You're supposed to be pretty.
Make that into a cappelletti.
I can fold if you
No,
don't.
he's going to fold. She knows how to fold.
Can you take one of me folding?
Not right now.
After you do
Because
it.
look, can you see that I have a whole thing here to do this? Yeah. Get it on Lily though, not on me. Pretty good. Try to turn the back of it.
All right, now show me you folding one, Sam. Well, that was good. Can you show her the tool?
Go get a wooden board, all right.
You need a tool with a cutter on one end. This is key, though. You gotta find them with this. This is to press and seal the edges. A lot of the times you'll just find one that cuts, but it doesn't have this end. If you absolutely can't find this, you can use a fork.
That's to seal ravioli.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't use this to seal a cappelletti. You can use it to seal the ravioli.
Got a board, sweetie?
Yes. But Rory, if there's sliced apple on the counter, you can have it. But if not, just help yourself to a plain one. Okay. That's a perfect one. So I make sure it's all sealed, because if they burst when they're cooking, it's just no fun. So it's all squished around the edges.
With that much meat, you're not going to be able to get 4 on there.
Double pointer for your hold like this. See, this is important to have your middle finger here. I guess that's my right hand, yeah. So fold forward. Bring it around with your thumbs, and I'm kind of stretching and squishing as I go around. And then you want to squish right here. And this hole is important because the broth is supposed to come up through and cook the whole thing. Grandma would have said that this one, where it's squished, that's wrong because there's no hole. She would have scolded me. There's no hole. And let's see here. Show Ashlyn the whole tray here. She would have said this was too big. That's too big. This one's perfect. Okay, here I'll do some more folding.
23, 24, 29,
25,
25,
26, 27,
28,
28, 29, 30, 31. Ready?
Makes it a little easier to.
Alright, and this is what you need this edge for. Now you can use the tines of a fork, but you gotta make sure not to poke holes in your ravioli. They make a wheelie thing that looks like it cuts and seals at the same time. It doesn't work. Don't be fooled.
Sure, the beautiful tray of Cappelletti.
There are Cappelletti. A few kid efforts in there.
And now we're starting.
And now here comes the tray of ravioli. As you can see, ravioli are much faster.